I'd like to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua. Peace and safety to the hopefully elect, all the sincere Akim. Scattered throughout the four corners, pushing the Heavenly Father's word out of a pure heart and sincerity and in truth. And for the people that don't know Yahweh, that's the name of the Heavenly Father, who the world ignorantly calls God, and Yahushua. That's the name of the only begotten Son, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. And in this edition, I'm going to deal with the word Christian and show you who are the real Christians, all right? Because what we know as the Christian church today is certainly not the true Christians that the biblical text speaks of. I'm going to show you that through the precepts in the book of Acts, chapter 11, verse 26. It reads, and when he had found him, he brought him into Antioch. And it came to pass that a whole year they assembled with the church. Now, in the previous lesson, I went into the church and showed you that the church is not referring to your temple or to your building. The church is, in fact, that the people, man. And I'm going to show you that in this lesson. So it says the church. I want to look up the word church. And as you can see on your screen, it says a gathering of citizens called out from their homes into the public place, an assembly. All right. Remember, the Lord dwelled not in temples made with hands. He dwelled within the elect. Okay. Within the people. So it says, and taught much people, and the disciples was called Christians first in Antioch. Now, when you look up this word Christian, as you can see here on your screen, it says a follower of Christ. So basically to follow Yahushua. And what it means to follow Yahushua, let's get a quick precept in the book of John, chapter 14 and verse 23, to show you what it means to be a Christian, to be a follower of Yahushua. So this is the book of John, chapter 14, verse 23, and it reads, Yahushua answered and said unto him, if a man love me, he will keep my words. So that's what it means to be a follower of the Lord, man, to keep his words, okay? And we know the Christian church is certainly not keeping the Lord's word, man, all right? So it says, if a man love me, he will keep my words, and my Father will love him, and we will come unto him and make our abode with him. All right. So like I said, the Lord dwell within those that keep his words. All right. That follow him. All right. Which will be considered the real Christians. Okay. Verse 24, he says, he that loveth me not keepeth not my sayings. And the Christian church, as we know it today, is basically not, they're not keeping the sayings of the Lord. All right. They're teaching religion. All right. That's religion. That's not an example of loving the Lord. All right. That's not keeping his sayings. So it says, he that loveth me not keepeth not my sayings, and the word which ye hear is not mine, but the Father which sent me. So that's what it means to be a follower of Yahushua, man. Meaning to keep his words, man. And like I said, the Christian church is not keeping the sayings of Yahushua, man. All right. So let's get another precept. Go to the book of Revelations, chapter 14. And I'm going to start at the top and show you who are the real Christians today. This is the book of Revelation, chapter 14, verse 1. And it reads, and I looked, and lo, a lamb, referring to Yahushua, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ, stood on the Mount Zion. Mount Zion referring to the government of Yahushua. All right, that elect. All right, and I'm gonna show you that as we read on. It says, and with him 144,000, and we know that 144,000 is referring to those in Revelation chapter 7 with the seal. Uh, Basically 12,000 from each tribe of the children of Israel, referring to Israelites. That's the 144,000. All right, that those uh, would who would be considered the real Christians. All right, and I'm gonna show you that. It says having his father's name written in their foreheads. And I heard a voice from heaven as the voice of many waters and as the voice of a great thunder. And I heard the voice of harpers harping with their harps, and and they song as it were a new song. All right, so the real Christians will be singing that new song, basically under the new covenant. All right, the new covenant. So it says before the throne and before the four beasts and the elders, and no man could learn that song but the 144,000 which were redeemed from the earth. All right, referring to those mansions. All right, in John 14:2. Okay, so it says no man could learn that song but the 144,000, which are the real Christians, the real followers of Yahushua. And I'm gonna show you that as we read on. It says which were redeemed from the earth. These are they which were not defiled with woman, for they are virgins. These are they which follow the Lamb, the 144,000. These are they that follow the Lamb, the followers of Yahushua, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. So those are the true followers of who the world ignorantly calls Christ, whose name is Yahushua. All right. So it said, these are they which follow the Lamb wheresoever he goeth. All right, meaning to keep his words, man. All right. These were redeemed from among men, being the first fruit into the power and into the Lamb, and in their mouth was found no guile. Why? Because they're keeping the words of Yahushua, showing that love to Yahushua. All right, that's that love that was spoke of in John 14. If you love me, you will keep my words. All right, so these are the true Christians. All right, for they are without fault before the throne of the power. All right, so now let's go back uh, to that John, Salakia, to that Acts, book of Acts, chapter 11 and verse 26. And it says, and when he had found him, he brought him into Antioch. And it came to pass that a whole year they assembled with the church, those mansions, all right, the 144,000, all right, the people, okay, not referring to a building, and taught much people. And the disciples were called Christians, And we know the word Christian means to what? To follow Christ, to follow Yahushua, all right? And we know the 144,000 referred to in Revelation 14 that followed the Lamb, that was referred to as virgins, all right? Also known as Mount Zion, all right? Those are the ones that was able to learn that song, all right? So it says first in Antioch. So basically that's the point, to show you who are the real Christians. And I hope you brothers was edified. And with that, I'm going to say shalom.